This is KTV Evenings, video 1. It's actually a video 2, actually. KTV Evenings video 2 of 3, and this isn't Newton Abbot. But the final video I'll do will be KTV Sunday, and it'll be video 3, and then it's just back to normal after that, just KTV series. So this is KTV Evenings, this is video 2, and it's Newton Abbot. That was the train I got off. That was the 1804 cross-country service to Leeds via Bristol Temple Meads and Birmingham New Street, run by a Class 43 HST. And just on the other side over there was the first Great Western Class 43 HST to Penzance. Arriving into platform 3 now is the 1810 GWR service to Exmouth from Paignton. Coming out now is the 1810 GWR service to Exmouth. It does say First Great Western on it, but it's just they haven't updated the branding yet. Train calling at Teignmouth, Dawlish Warren, Starcross, Exeter St Thomas, Exeter St David's, Exeter Central, St James's Park, Poleslow Bridge, Digby and Soughton, Newcourt, Topsham, Exton, Lympstone Commando, Lympstone Village and Exmouth.
The next train to arrive at platform 1 will be the 1808.
Arriving into platform 1 is the 1808
Great Western Railway service to Paignton.
There you go, that's where it's coming to.
Torquay.
It's Class 150 this one was run by.
This train has 2 coaches.
Service here, Class 150 service, 1808 GWR service to Paignton, calling it Torquay and Paignton.
Service from Glasgow Central.
Got a Glasgow to Penzance cross-country service along the way now. Arriving into platform 2 is a Class 220 cross-country Voyager. This is a cross-country service, the 1812 cross-country service to Penzance. Here's the calling points.
Calling at Totnes, Plymouth, Liscard, Bodmin Charlton, Bath, St Austell, Truro, Redmond, Catford, St Owen and Penzance. This train has 4 coaches.
Right, just in case you didn't hear that, the calling points are Totnes, Plymouth, Liscard, Bodmin Parkway, Parr, St Austell, Truro, Redroof, Camborne, St Irv and Penzance. That's a Class 220 cross-country Voyager service from Glasgow Central to Penzance. This train here is the 1819 Great Western Railway service, or GWR, whichever one you want to call it, is the 1819 GWR service, and it's for Exeter St David's from Penzance.
The next train is not scheduled to stop.
Class 150 service, by the way. Here it is, guys. This is the new look. This is the new GWR HST set. It looks absolutely stunning. I know a lot of you probably already filmed this, but this is my first time filming it. It looks absolutely stunning. This one's not for public use apparently, so it's not being used, it's just pulling in here. And just next to this, the 1819 Exeter St David's service has pulled out. Class 150, first grade, no, GWR service to Exeter St David's from Penzance, calling at Teignmouth, Dawlish Warren and Exeter St David's. So glad I've seen it. I thought it was going to be ages until I saw it. First time round. So glad it's came in actually. Right, off goes the new look GWR HST. It's actually the only one. I think it's the only unit at the moment. The next train to pull in on platform 1 though is the 1823 service to Penzance from Exeter St David's. So it's sort of the vice versa service. Should be here any minute, but that off goes that one. That one's not for public use, so it wasn't a Paddington bound. From Paddington going to Penzance. It wasn't a Penzance service or a Plymouth service or any of that sort. It's not even a London Paddington service. It's just not in use. Coming in next though, we have a livery, class 153 in a livery. It is I've seen this one before, but it is going to Penzance from Exeter St David's. It is the Citizens Rail livery. So this one is calling at Totnes, Ivybridge, Plymouth, Saltash, St Germans, Liscard, Bodmin Parkway, Lostwithiel, Parr, St Austell, Truro, Redroof, Camborne, Hale, St Earth and Penzance, its final calling point. And it's also, as I say, the front coach is in the Citizens Rail livery, so it's nice to see that one again. Next train on platform 3 is a GWR, still in the Great Western livery. This is a GWR service, class 43 HST, to London Paddington from Penzance. I'm pulling in behind me, I'll show you in just a second. It's a class 220 cross-country Voyager service to Paignton, calling it Torquay and Paignton. So there's that one. Here's the other one. GWR service to Paddington, and the Paignton train is literally about to leave. Train starting now. It's the class 220. It's having a wash again. Maybe getting me wet. Oh, you've got splash by it. This one's the class 220 cross country Voyager service from from Manchester Piccadilly to Paignton, calling it Torquay and Paignton only. Usually the things about these trains is the ones that go to Paignton from Manchester usually are connected with the Bristol Temple Meads ones, so if they don't go to Bristol Temple Meads then they'll continue further. When I say they'll continue further, it will be Paignton. The only other exception is on weekdays when it's connected with the 11:50 Penzance to Manchester Piccadilly service, which is connected with a Bristol Temple Meads time train. Pulling out now is the 1841 GWR service to Penzance from London Paddington. This one's formed as 7 coaches, not 8, so it's a little bit different. Thundering out. Next stop is Totnes, but surely that was made obvious because every train that goes towards Plymouth stops at Totnes next, unless it's like calling point like what it used to be. It's probably what it still is. I think it's going to carry on, but some trains go through the middle of tracks at Totnes and don't stop. So I think that's going to be extended a little bit more because of this new GWR plan that I've been reading. More trains are not going to stop at Totnes, which apparently is going to leave Totnes with a 7-hour gap without a connection to London, which is quite bad. Arriving into platform 3 of Newton Abbot now is a class 221 cross-country Voyager service from Plymouth to Birmingham New Street. Facts about this train. One, it's a class 221, it's got 5 coaches, that's why. The other fact is this is the last train that runs from Plymouth on a daily basis. So say every train from Plymouth is at 25 past the hour. This was the 1825 departure from Plymouth, and it's the last one that cross country will run. All the others will be going southwest, not toward, so they'll be going to the south, not to the north. So they'll either be going to Plymouth or Penzance. This train we're calling at Exeter St David's, Tiverton Parkway, Taunton, Bristol Temple Meads, Bristol Parkway, Cheltenham Spa and Birmingham New Street. It's expected to arrive into Birmingham New Street at just before 11 PM tonight. So yeah, off goes the class 221 cross-country Voyager service to Birmingham New Street. Yeah, and just hidden behind over here is the 1901 Great Western Railway service to Paignton. Calling it to Torquay and Paignton, it's a class 143. It's still in the GW First Great Western livery, so don't get confused by it. It is Great Western Railway. Just it takes time to update these things. It's only the rebranding only came into force last week. So, and the only train that's been recoloured, I think, repainted and re-liveried is the one we saw earlier, but I think there's others. But I think 187, 43187 and 43188 are the only two that are rebranded at the moment, repainted. Off goes the Paignton train, and again calling it Torquay and Paignton only. It only takes about 25 minutes. Not even that, if it's quick about it, especially at Tor. Arriving into platform number 3 now is the 1912 Great Western Railway service to Exeter St David's. This one's coming from Paignton, I think. Yes, this one is coming from Paignton. And it's got squeaky brakes. How fun. But the driver hates that.
Platform 2.
Following that arrival, in comes the 1905 cross-country service to Penzance. It's a class 220. Blimey, are you serious? Surely that should be an extra coach. That one came in from Aberdeen, and it's only a 4-coach class 220. Should be a 221. I'm not saying there'll be much difference, but an extended carriage is always good for long distance because there's more room. Maybe that's a wise move there. But anyway, class 220, this is a cross-country service to Penzance from Aberdeen. On its departure now is the 1912 GWR class 150 service to Exeter St David's. Calling at Teignmouth, Dawlish, Dawlish Warren, Starcross, Exeter St Thomas and Exeter St David's. Got about just over 40 minutes left here, 40 minutes, but there isn't much trains between that, so we're nearly done with regards to filming. So it's been pretty good actually, especially in the evening. It's a lot more busier.
The train now approaching platform 1 does not stop here. Stand back from the edge of platform 1. The next train is not scheduled to stop.
It's coming back. That new look. 43187 and 43188 are on the way back. Right, I was wrong about that. The train coming in is a cross-country Voyager. It's not in use apparently. This one's a bit strange. It is a class 220, but it's not going anywhere. Just said it doesn't stop here, but...
Train now approaching platform 1 is not for public use. Train now approaching platform 1, not for public use.
This says Paynton on it. Right, well, it's going straight through. Well, that is peculiar. I think there's a logical reason for that. I think it's probably going into a depot. It's probably heading towards that. I think it's the end, coming to the end of the day. It probably is going to a depot. It might be going to the Temple Meads one, so it's probably going a long way. I think it's going to the Bristol one. Actually, yeah, I think it is. It says on real-time trains it is. It is going to the Bristol Temple Meads depot. We're going to a depot near there. Arriving into Newton Abbot now is the 1935 Great Western Railway service to Exeter St David's. This one is coming from what it looks like. Yes, it is coming in from Plymouth. Before I end this clip, I'd like to name and shame somebody. There's this lady who was on the platform 2 over there, and she was talking to herself. What seemed to be, and I went to her, and well, because I walked past her and she instantly spoke, so I obviously assumed she was talking to me. So I said, "Oh, sorry, were you talking to me there?" Well, at first I just said it, sorry, what did you say? And then I said, were you talking to me? Because she just then stared at me. Then she said, oh, are you organised to say that? Are you organised to deny that? You know what I mean? Because I said, oh no, I didn't organise anything. She went, you're organised to say that and you're organised to deny that. So I think she, I'm naming and shaming that silly woman in this video. I'm really sorry to say, but that was disgusting. She shouldn't have, it may not sound like much when I say, oh, are you organised? But the way she spoke to me was absolutely disgusting. She had a very bad attitude on her. She'd be ashamed of herself. But anyway, enough of that, because I'm just saying now, if this woman is watching this video, which I doubt she is, but if she ever goes on YouTube and ever sees my video, you've been named and shamed. You should be ashamed of yourself, woman. Anyway, enough of that. Carry on with the video. That train there is calling at Teignmouth, Dawlish, Warren and Exeter. Goes the 1935 service to Exeter St David's. 1940 train to Exmouth will follow along very shortly. Next train on platform 3 is the 1940 Great Western Railway service to Exmouth. This is two class 143s mixed together, or connected together, not mixed. Well, they are mixed, really. They are mixed together. Hope you like it in darkness, because this is really interesting. I can't really seem to get the greatest footage in the dark, but it's getting really like, oh yeah, it's nighttime now. I mean, you've seen my video from practically daylight to nighttime, so you know, that's quite cool. I've seen everything in this vid. Hope you like it. This feels like one of my best I've ever done. It really does. I really like it at night now, but I'm never doing it again after what happened with that woman. I won't go into it. Coming out now is the 1940 service to Exmouth. That's two class 143s together. Here's our final train for today.
Platform 1 for the 1947 Great Western Railway service to Paynton. calling at Tor, Torquay and Paignton. This train has 2 coaches.
And there's also a Class 150. That is the final train I'm filming today. Tonight, I should say. Final train I'm filming tonight. My train's 1953. Is at 1953 and it's delayed. Typical. This one's from my train's from London Paddington, going to Penzance. That train there, calling it Tor, Torquay and Paignton, as the lady announcer said. But yeah, that's it now. Thank you for watching my video from Newton Abbot, KTV Evenings. The final video of that particular specialist series will be in 2 weeks, and it's the last one in video 3, KTV Sundays. This evening's been full of busyness, rowdy fans and rudeness. Busyness because there's been a lot of frequent trains between 6 PM and 6:30. After that it sort of went a little bit quiet. Actually between 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock I'd say, more like. It got busy, and then after that the rowdy fans, I think there were some Torquay United fans hanging about somewhere. It might have been some Exeter City fans deciding to get drunk in Newton Abbot, I don't know. But I think it might have been Torquay United fans. Sounded like it anyway. And then the rudeness of that lady. All I can say is it's been a very eventful evening, and I don't think I'll be doing an evening video anytime soon. I'm a daytime sort of person when it comes to filming, so I do not like doing... Here we go again. How long this time? 6 minutes last time.
Is delayed.
Jesus Christ. Delayed. That's not a good sign. Alright, well at least there's one at 9 minutes past 8, so we don't have to wait too long. So let's see. Anyway, thank you for watching my video from Newton Abbot. I've been Kieran, this has been Newton Abbot, and I'll see you next week, where I will be filming long distance again at Nottingham. East Midlands Trains Managed Station with Meridians, HSTs, Turbo Stars and Sprinters. So I think you'll all enjoy that. So yeah, thanks for watching. I've been Kieran, this has been Newton Abbot, and I say goodbye.